Hello, I'm Nolan from Nowhere, and hello and welcome. I am playing more Warframe because a super awesome event that will either take me forever to get this loot again, if I ever attempt to get it in the future, so I want to do this now, when I have the time. Before Monster Hunter drops, before all this other junk starts to drop later in the month, and like updates start to roll around, and I'm in Battle Pass hell. But we got more elevator. I know there's an alert. I wanna dodge the elevator if I can for the moment. Oh, a 5-minute survival. How perfect. This is wonderful. This is so incredibly wonderful. Having a 5-minute survival. Now, I really did want to like stream super early in the morning, but I was like, I don't have any clean clothes, and I need a shower, and I also need to do like multiple other stuff, like leave the house and like have a life. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna choose having a life, unfortunately.
They have just shut
And
down
it's
all
not like I
systems.
have like
I'm
200
sending
people
life support
chomping at the
capsules
bit to
your way.
watch me play Warframe and later Monster Hunter. But yeah, we got 5-minute survival, 100 motes. I need another, I don't know, let's say 250 volatile motes to get everything I need slash want. You know, having this frost build up my overguard's kind of nice. I didn't have to clown around early in this mission to do it. So we worked my Bubanko again. This is one of those weapons where I'm like, if I had a ribbon for it, it'd make life a little bit easier. But that's okay. I got viral and magnetic on it because of the two procs I don't have
Life support has been
yet.
replenished. Get ready for the
And
capsule.
also, if I get my arcane stacked up, I'm using the toxin arcane. For each time you inflict toxin, it increases its stacks or increases critical damage, and it increases the multi-shot, which is what I want, is the increase in multi-shot. Increasing multi-shot is the way to go. Ed's Allfire also just sprays everything with viral immediately, which is magical.
Will buy you more time.
And I've also been going down the whole like status elemental rabbit hole to it's like, well, I know that do more, but like, why does that do more? But anyways, and I'm gonna feel bad. I'm definitely gonna have to be like, yo, no stream Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's a Super Bowl Sunday should be a freaking national holiday in America. It really should. Just like how the World Cup should be a holiday in the UK. It should just be like, yo, the finals, everyone day off tomorrow because everyone's gonna be drinking. And everyone's gonna be like so messed up. Obviously not the day of the Super Bowl, like go to work, like go do stuff. The game's not till later. But afterwards, you know,
Prepare for life
then you
support.
go nuts, and then there should be a holiday. And I should probably bring this up later in the stream when there's actual people around and not just me just jibber jabbering to myself in a room.
Additional life support has arrived.
I don't know where all my teammates are. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, where are they? Am I separated from them? Are they separated from me? I'm separated from them. It's not like they really need my help. They seem to be murdering everything just fine. Just as I am. Also, I haven't really felt that much need to, like, really prime up these dudes. You know, really just start hitting them with, like, the armor strip. They seem to be dying just fine. What is that thing dying? Is that the Gloom Trooper? I like that name. It's a really good name. Where are all the other guys at? They are down
Life
here.
support on the way.
Through this door. How's he been bleeding out for like 20 years? Is he like stuck in a wall or something and he's just like taking himself out constantly? Oh my god, there's all stuff on the ground here. Also, if you're early, stream is prone to crashing, so, you know, just give it a good old open and close and you should be fine.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Gosh, I feel like I should have eaten before this stream, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'll cope. It's not that big of a deal.
When you are ready, go to extraction.
Oh yeah, that is so incredibly deadly. Honestly, there's something to just spamming a bunch of elements non-stop on everything that exists. There's a part of me that's like, yo, how do I get a chemical sprayer? And I'm like, wait, they do have a chemical sprayer. It's basically a flamethrower, and you can change its elements up to just turn it into a chemical sprayer. You can change its damage to gas. You can change it to viral. I want to change it to viral, personally. Spread the plague.
Another job well executed.
It's so nice. 5 minutes. 10 volatile motes in the bag. Absolutely wonderful and magical. Alright. Let's battle on those dudes. Go back to the... I don't want to go back to the elevator. Oh, I'm in pain. I feel it. Before I go in, you know, I may procrastinating here, but I do want to check. All right, all my items. Mode. Yes, I'm at 12 motes. Energize. I need 5 to upgrade. I'm at 3. I need another 2. And then I need another 5. Actually, I already know. I'm at 3. I needed 11. So I need... What's 11 minus 3? That's what? 10, 8, 9, 9, 8? 8, yeah. So I just need 8 more. Oh. 8 more. Oh my god. I don't want to. But I gotta. Because once I upgrade Arcane Energized, if I get any Arcane Energized in the future, that just turns to straight premium currency every time. And then I could also get Arcane Grace, which allows me to just recover health when I take damage, which is huge. It'll add so much to the survivability. It'll be stupid.
And escort her motes out of this cave. From there, orders will come.
All right, let's just go through another elevator hell mission. You know what I find weird when people are like, you can't say hell, that's a curse word. I'm like, no, hell is a place in the Bible. I don't really think it's too much of a curse word. It's not like a word that I'm like gonna say like nonstop, but I'm like, I don't get that. Like some curse words, it's like I get, you know, don't say those. And I obviously don't like to say curse words, because my mother told me not to say curse words. You know, sometimes I do, you know, extreme bouts of pain. There's gonna be some curses flung, but casual conversation does not need curse words. You know what I like or don't like, or I find weird, when people buy entire bundles for like one thing. Like, I don't think anybody plays Rhino. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Rhino has fallen between the cracks of the good Warframes. Like, Rhino used to be so meta, it was stupid how meta Rhino used to be in like the early days of Warframe, and now like with all these amazingly awesome tanky Warframes that also do big damage or have other utility, or able to just like accumulate mass amounts of, oh god, oh, so sorry, I started yawning, mass amounts of Overguard. There's no point in Rhino and his Iron Skin, and his Iron Skin doesn't even act as like Iron Skin anymore as a gauge. It acts as an Overguard.
That was a sister beacon. Do that again, and one will join the fight.
For the Tenno. Transference still holding.
Land here. Grab that. I see that sister beacon. Grab that. Only joy I have in these missions is just like scavenging for sister beacons occasionally. I don't know why. It breaks up the, not the grind, but it really does help with, I'm not on the elevator the whole time, or I'm not trying to like catch up to it. Yeah, I think my Bubonko build definitely needs some work. These guys are only like level 50, and it's not shredding them in half. But you know what? Everything in Warframe can always use a little bit more work in terms of like building and planning out like what type of thing you may or may not need for your frame or weapon or mods or whatever it may be. Wait, there we go. Why did you throw all the normal non-ones on there, bro? We're not even a third of the way up there, and you just burnt away all our motes. If I could, I would push you off this elevator and watch your body crumple at the bottom.
Let's go.
You serious? I mean, he doesn't know I had like a supercharged one, but still, I'm like, it's like they see.
For the Tenno.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw this on because we're not gonna make it to the top if they're gonna keep spamming normal ones at it, and not even like the supercharged ones.
Strike. We have to win this.
Mr. Cronin, do you see how my operator
What rank are you? Please tell me you're
is your private army?
you're a higher mastery rank than me. All right, this is a prime example of more mastery rank does not mean you're better at the game by far. It only means you made more stuff and mastered more stuff, and then that's it. You know what's crazy? Like, I know I would shoot up in master rank so fast if I, you know, try to make like every weapon in every frame, which I haven't yet. I just made the stuff I was interested in, and I just like collecting the primes. But there's a part of me that's like, yo, if I did all the steel path, and then I did start like mass producing weapons again to get more mastery rank, I'm like, what would I be at? I just made it to 24, so it's going to be a long while before I make it to 25. But there's a part of me that's like, yo, I do kind of want to make it to like mastery rank 30, so every time I get a new weapon, it's always just at like 30. So I can just form up faster. The average guy, hello and welcome. I'm on my first elevator. Don't worry, we're not doing Warframe all day today. We're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be trying out the Monster Hunter beta later, and they have 2 beta weekends apparently. They have one this weekend and then one next weekend, and I'm super excited for both of them. And apparently, you get a fun little keychain for participating. That's like, wow, you did a really good job. Here's a little Palico keychain to let everybody know that you participated in the beta. And it's really cool too because they're really nice, because some betas, they don't let you carry over the character you made, but you can carry over your made characters from this beta. Obviously, the weapons and all your progression gets reset when the game comes out if you own it, but it's one of those things where it's like, wow, I can keep the character that I spent like 2 hours making. Marvel Rivals makes a return possibly. It was one of those things where I'm like, it's hard when I play a game with my friends and then you guys are here because I want to talk to you guys, but I also want to pay attention to them. So it's like, normally when I'm streaming, I have my attention divided 2 or 3 ways. I have my little inner monologue, like filter thoughts from like this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, this is where the course of the conversation, this rule, that rule, this goes like this, that goes like that. Then there's the part of my brain that's like, all right, we're playing the game and we're doing the thing. And then there's the part of like one of my eyeballs is like a chameleon, and it's like looking at the monitor and always attempting to keep track of all your little stuff. But I would love to do more Marvel Rivals. 100%. Fireboy, hello and welcome. Gosh, like, I know I say this often sometimes, but I feel like I also don't say it enough. But I'm like, I appreciate you guys if you don't have all day. Like, these little highs and these little dabs make my streams every time, Fireboy. They are, I don't want to say it's like it's motivating, but it's like, honestly, it's so disheartening to have like streams and then being like, wow, nobody was interested. And that's okay, because that's good feedback to know that no one was interested. Like Vampire, I like Vampire. It's kind of cool, but a lot of the stuff's really long-winded, and it's very niche game, very cult. I won't even say cult classic, because that would imply there's a fan base for the game that's like ride or die by it. But no, it's like a little niche game, and I like it. But then again, I'm like, that stream didn't go so well, so I was like, yo, that's the feedback right there. If you make something and nobody's watching, you messed up. Or you got really unlucky. There was one stream I did. It was really weird. Yo, I'm glad to help. Love the streams. Thank you, Fireboy. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you too, the average guy. And I appreciate you people in the future that may be watching this one random clip. You, yes, you! I'm talking straight to you. Man, I like my one friend that sometimes when we play the Lethal Company streams, he's like, hello, future me. I'm you from the past that gets to play Lethal Company. And I'm like, I love those little moments of just like how recordings work. God, imagine doing that 70 years ago. It didn't exist. It'd be witchcraft. But, I just realized YouTube has their own emoji slats, emojis for the streams, cause the dab. Yeah, I'm at that point where it's like you can make your own emojis, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm at that point yet where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm deserving of having like people be like super fans and then having like the little donation stuff on YouTube yet. Like I'm quote unquote monetized technically, but it's one of those things where I'm like I still gotta do like banking junk, and it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. And my life's been so hectic, it's been nuts, but it's always hectic. Life is always hectic, and if you don't make the time, you'll never find the time.
Fantastic. The capsule
But
is full of motes. Now we can
what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just don't feel like I'm there yet to where I'm like entertaining. Like I saw a Meat Canyon stream, and he was just playing like backyard baseball, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let's see what he does. And then like he had like these bits, he had side conversations, he had these things, he had these moments, and I'm like Meat Canyon as a character, I'm like as a person, I'm like I feel like as a character and as a person, he's just entertaining and amazing. And whether he absolutely disgusts you to the core or you find him, I don't know, just like very appealing in some way, shape, or form, he makes you feel things that you didn't know you could feel. And not in the bad way, but in the, ew, I didn't know I could be disgusted like this. But anyways, imagining showing a piece of bismuth to a 16th century, oh my gosh, if you showed a piece of bismuth to a 16th century farmer, they would literally trade you their lives for it, because you'd be like, and this gemstone is rainbow? Why, it's remarkable. Bismuth, I think, is one of those gemstones where I'm like, yo, it's the way it's structured is amazing, like salt crystals. I remember being young, wandering around, and then just finding salt crystals, and I was like, whoa, I'm like, this is really cool, but I know it's worthless. And then I brought it home, and they're like, yeah, this is salt crystals, because like salt crystals are like square when they form. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like, they're always squares. Like, they are just right angles all the time. I gotta hope the stream goes well. Thank you, Fireboy. I appreciate it. It's Elevator. It's nothing but Elevator, and I hate every second of it. I want you to know this game will be mentally farming me, but I enjoy it in some weird, messed up way. I enjoy it. I do want to do more Marvel Rivals, though. But it's so hard, too, because it's just like, I'll be like, oh man, I'm going to learn Namor. And then I'm like learning the kit and practice range. I figure out how it all works and how all the abilities smoosh together. And I'm like, all right, that's how that works. That's nice. And then I can't stand these people that keep throwing these stupid motes on it. Like, I have, like, I don't want to say, like, I'm having flashbacks from when I've done this event in the past, and the elevator stalled out at this point, and we're just not moving for, like, 10 straight minutes. Cause it's absolutely horrible. Did I see a blue thing? No, I didn't. There's like this thing to where you can kind of cheat the sister beacons and you can kind of see through stuff. Like right there, see that? That vent was blocking it, but like the particle effect, I could see it. Somebody needs to fund a Rainbow Road made out of bismuth and recreate Mario Kart. If you want a Rainbow Road, you could probably get it done with some industrial resin and some nice asphalt and some food coloring. That's how I do it, at least. Man, resin is one of those materials that's like in the modern age, I'm like, that it blows me away. Like, you ever see those like little clips of people making tables out of like driftwood, and it's like that clear stuff they put in, and then it makes the table look like glass? That's what resin is.
Let's go on the offensive.
I'm not entirely sure what resin is made out of or how it's produced, and how we only have one energy cell to make it up the last stretch of this elevator shaft. Alright, I'm gonna hold this because they're obsessed with just throwing it at it constantly. Alright, 10 seconds of speed.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
What if I activate this? Riven Silver! I mean, Slither. I really like just calling it Silver. I know it's wrong. But it's so much easier to say than Sliver. For my mouth, anyways.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
I always find, it's always strange to, like, talk about this sometimes. But I always try my best to enunciate every word I say on stream. You know, I always try not to have a lazy mouth. Because there's some people who stream and they have lazy mouths and everything just sounds like one big mumble and ramble. And it sucks. Because I'm like, I don't want to ask you to repeat yourself a gajillion times because you're just like, yeah, I went to the store there and you're just like, we got popcorn and then we went home and then we couldn't go home because the fast, like, it's just like, and then they just like peter off into gibberish and I'm like, what did you say? And they don't speak loud enough. Like, I was just trying to like imitate it, and I feel like I did a bad job at imitating it because you could still kind of sort of understand me, but it was just one of those things where I'm like, God, I'm like, I feel like there's some people, and there was one friend I had, and I would straight up take my phone whenever he started mumbling, I'd record it, and then I'd be like, bro, you're mumbling. He's like, no. I'm like, he's like, I speak clear. He's like, he would emphasize how clear he spoke and how well articulated he was, and I'm like, bro, check this out. And then I just play the recording. He's like, why are you recording me? I'm like, to prove a point. I'm like, you're mumbling without realizing you're mumbling, and you're speaking in tongues. XQC though, yeah, there's some people that's like, they get away with mumbling. Like, mumble rappers are dumb. Like, the few of them that existed, I was like, that's not too bad. And then everyone realized they could just cheat the rapping code, get a really cool bars. Wait, what's that weapon he has? Oh, I want to get that weapon. There's so many weapons in Warframe I want to get, but yeah, I never heard XQC talk. I've only seen the XQC Meat Canyon video.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
He also sits on his chair weird, but at the same time, I kind of like it. My legs don't do that. Like, I don't perch on my chair like a bird, like he do. Or maybe he was like a kid that watched too much Death Note, and then he was like, I'm gonna sit on a chair like that now. Gosh, there's always that one kid that's like, he sees something in an anime and he's like, I'm gonna do that. Like, running in Naruto versus running in real life. Some, like, kid at my school saw Naruto and he's like, wow, I could be more aerodynamic like that. I'm gonna do that. It's the Trumna. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, wait. I want the Trumna Prime at some point. I don't know who... oh, yeah. Alan's the other guy that also sometimes puts first. Where is the search bar? Run. Rum? No. Oh, wait. It just came out. The Trunma Prime. Or the Artifacts Prime. Wait. Yeah, the Trumna Prime just came out. That's actually really cool. With, wait, Zaku? Oh, Zaku's Prime out? Alright, alright. That's kind of sweet. But Godzilla, also hello and welcome. Sorry for the late hello. Yeah, I'm just in, going up the elevator, and then I'm going up the elevator, and then I'm going, wait. We got a spy, and we got a defense. I'm gonna take the defense. I want a break from the elevator. I don't know why, but you know the predator clicking noise? It makes my throat, is
Do you
wait,
remember the
my
old
throat
war,
or my
Major?
throat? I think it's my
Or does it seem to
throat
hurt
is constantly
precisely
making
as
that
well?
noise when I talk, and now like a sound like I'm quitting a smoking 6 packs a day. Oh yeah. Your throat is so sore. It's probably like all inflamed and it's red back there. I would not be surprised if you told me, Godzilla, that you were in pain right now. Because that sounds like your throat is just in pain. You know, there was some earlier streams because, and you can tell because my streams when I first started
Our position
doing this
has
every
been
day was
compromised.
like my goals were to
Defend the cargo
yap
until
and
reinforcements
mumble
arrive.
and not mumble and speak
Some
like
explode
constantly
kills
throughout
pretty
the entire
striking
time because I'm like, one, I'm like, there's too many streamers just sitting here with all this equipment and they're not utilizing it. They're not saying anything. They're not even saying hi to everybody. And I'm like, I'm just gonna talk for an hour straight. And every stream is gonna be an hour. And my objective is to, when I watch my recordings, I want to skip to some point in that recording and I want my mouth to be going the entire time. Unless if I'm drinking water. And my throat was so dead after every single one of those because I went from saying nothing so much to just saying every thought in my head for an hour straight. And it felt good, but it was also one of those things where I'm like, my throat hated it constantly. And then it was one of those things where I'm like, I kind of got used to it. So I'm like, I'm going to try 2 hours. And now I'm at 3 hours where I can, like, at the 2 hour mark, I start feeling it. But like now I can talk like nonstop for 2 hours, which is kind of nice because my throat just kind of, I don't want to say got used to it, but it's like, you know, it's just like muscles. You just work at it. But it's just funny how the body works like that and how the human body's hardwired. Hardwired. No, I'm not in pain. That's good. And also, what game are you looking forward to this year? Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds. I am looking forward to that so much. I didn't allow myself to look up anything about the game until like the end of last month. And now I'm like looking up all this stuff and all the little teasers and trailers, and I'm like, I'm getting so excited now. And the beta, I'm gonna play it later today on stream. And hopefully I'll get some dudes that I know and they'll play with me and we'll have fun killing the beginner monsters, learning a little bit about the game, getting that fun little keychain. It's an in-game keychain. Don't get your hopes up. For Monster Hunter Wilds. But anyways, don't get the appeal to Doom. Doom is just, but let me finish reading that. On PlayStation Plus, I got it, and I don't know if it's worth the space. I do have a, cleansing every week for space. Oh yeah, the constant struggle for space. I did that earlier, because I was like, you know what? I have all these games that are, like, so little space on my desktop, and I'm like, you know what? There's just clutter, and I want them off my screen. And I have more space on my desktop because I do, like, I have a bunch of, like, emulators, and I got a bunch of, like, stuff to mod games and a bunch of other stuff to assist with streaming. So I got, like, a bunch of other, like, programs and junks and other passion projects I've attempted in the past on my desktop. And now I'm like, all right, I gotta clean up some of this stuff. And that's what I was doing earlier today, too. Along with some other just, like, normal hygiene stuff. You know, like laundry, moving your body. But anyways, yeah, Doom is a game for those who, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the term murder hobo. It's used often when you're playing D&D, when, you know, the DM will be like, wow, you make it to a tavern, and he's like trying to like open up the game, and he's like, you see an NPC that may look a little worrisome. He may have something for you or may not. You don't know until you talk to him. And then there's also like this and that and the other thing. And they're like narrating the start of the campaign. And there's always the player that's like, I stabbed the guy in the face. And it's like, and the DM's like, you, okay. And then he like kills the like homeless guy that's supposed to send them on this epic quest. And then that was like the hook. Or like there's an NPC that's like, or just like random townsperson that's just like, hiya, welcome to this town. And that one person's like, I stab them in the face. I rip their head off. I set them on fire with fireball. Or something like that. And it's just like, and the DM at some points and the other players will be like, why did you do that? It's like, because I wanted to. And it's D&D. It's a freeing game. It's a free country. And it's like, there's other players. But, I think Doom's made for the person that plays games like that. They're in it for the murder and nothing else. Plot does not exist in their minds. The only thing that exists is the next victim and the next body they're putting on the pyre. Anyway, I felt horrible for having to delete Celeste to download a different indie. Felt like shooting my own child, you know. Sometimes it hurts when you uninstall a game like that. Like I uninstalled Mega Man earlier. I'm like, I haven't played this game in like 6 months. I'm like, it's just taking up space. I uninstalled it and I'm like, that hurts. I do want to go back to do another Celeste stream, but I feel like there's a certain amount of like, I gotta be motivated to do it and I have to be committed, because I don't want to do a Celeste stream and then be like, I'm in so much pain, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to climb this mountain. Let me die. And there's also this moments of like mental fatigue I like get in Celeste. I remember by the end of my first playthrough of Celeste when I was streaming it, I was like on like the final hurdle. I was so close to the peak. It was just like one more like super hard jump and then it was just all downhill. And I just couldn't do it. I was so tired. Yeah, get out of repressed rage. That's what not GTA. Actually, GTA and Call of Duty exists just to unsuppress the rage. Wait. All right. So, had a friend who during a D&D campaign who had his own spell to negate any attack, but it was just like storing it, so when he died,
Very
it was
impressive,
unsealed,
Tenno.
and it was a
Fall back.
nuke to
Kind
town
of
and
good.
us. Chapter 9 stream? Question mark chapter. No, I think I'd just start from the beginning, and then I'd work through the game all over again, because you can't drop a game like Celeste and then expect to perform the same beat you did last time you played. No, it's kind of like when you play Fortnite and you get really, really good at Fortnite, and then you drop Fortnite for, I don't know, let's say 2 years, and you come back and you expect to have the same skill level that you did 2 years ago, because you won't. So if I did do Celeste, I'd have to start from the beginning. Which is also nice too, because then the stream will be longer and it's a lot less boring. It's a lot less planning that I'd have to do, because I'm like, oh, I'll just run through again. But anyways, also while playing Doom, you may get so much testosterone that you may make a son via mitosis. Like Kratos, he'll just be like, boy. He'll just grow a beard and be like, boy, fetch me another Mountain Dew. And they're like, father, you've already had 12-pack. Boy, fetch me another. Wait, I can do this better. Me not playing Doom, and then there's me when I'm playing Doom.
Do I sound more masculine with this voice? Boy, fetch me more Mountain Dew. It's not as deep as I would like. This is why I need a pitch dial. If I have a pitch dial and a boy to tune the pitch, to down pitch my voice into the manliest voice I could, it would be amazing. I'd have a deep Kratos voice.
Yeah,
Mr. Branham.
yes, you do, but yeah, you would just spawn a boy, and he would also, maybe, depending on how hard you're gaming in Doom 2, he may also have a beard. It's Navi. Is that Navi as in navigation, or Navi as in... Wait, is this Navi playing Titania Prime? Please let this person called Navi please playing Titania.
Now we can escort it up the elevator.
No. I thought they were playing Titania because if they were playing Titania, they'd be a little fairy and it'd be like Legend of Zelda. Navi, and she's telling you where to go, and it's like, hey, look. Wait, I can do this better. I can do this better. Wait. I gotta.
Otis is afraid you will have to power it manually.
Hey, Link! Hey, look! Listen! Look over there! Hey! Link! What's that thing? Look at this! Link, watch out! Link! 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 And that's the...
Wait, there we go. That's the Ocarina of Time experience for the first time if you've never played Ocarina of Time. It's like if you ever played a Sonic game, if you had Omochao and Omochao's like, wow, you can do this. It's like, thank you, Omochao, for telling me what the jump button was for the 12th time in a row. I appreciate you. You really don't. You're just being nice to Omochao. No one likes their own voice. I think my voice sounds too high-pitched, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, I have a friend, and he's on streams rarely. But, he has a voice, and he just has a straight-up radio voice. And what I mean by radio voice, I don't mean he sounds like Alistair from Hazbin Hotel. He has a very nice, pleasant voice, and he hates his voice. He's like, I don't like it. And I'm like, you have a wonderful voice. All right. And, it's honestly just like a gift to have a voice that nice. And I feel like if I had his voice, I would be way more popular. So many people would be like, wow, I like his voice. He's got a pretty voice. You know, this person needs... I feel like if everyone's like, wow, I should wait a second and see if somebody else throws on another vote on. Or, like, look at your fellow teammates on this game and be like, wow, that is... I like how there's, like, 3 moats sitting down here, and I don't think any of them put them on the elevator for later. Look at all this. Look at this. I hate that I have to be the guy, like, half the time I do this mission, that's, like, bringing in these moats, because they're leaving, like, 20 of them behind. Anyways, Timid, hello and welcome. I'm sorry for the late hello. Also, this is a color rupee. It's worth X. Yeah, Navi Biju also telling you how much rupees cost. But people like deep voices. Deep voices are more appealing for dudes. They always are. You know, there was this one dude that used to work at McDonald's near me, and his voice, I swear to God, it was like when I turn on the female voice for my voice modifier, that's what his voice sounds like. And I was like, that's so strange to me that your voice is just still so high pitched, and I'm like, you're just like a full man, just a full man, and then you have just like a very, I don't want to say like feminine voice, but it's like it's much higher pitched than what it should be. I'm like looking around for those stupid supercharged moats. Honestly, there's a part of me when I do these elevator missions where I'm like, I feel like I don't even kill that many things, because I feel like I shoot like 12 dudes and then I'm like, yup. Actually, I've killed 21 dudes so far in this mission. 22 guys in this mission. Also, Freaky Foxy, hello and welcome.
I have them. The hunt is
Well, that's not very nice, Foxy.
Harvest wills it.
All right, so I want to point something out to my little moderator dudes real quick. So if you see somebody typing, you know, ass out and trying to get around the YouTube can't spell swear words, you just remove those messages right there. Not because they're like overly negative or like outward racist. It's just like anyone just attempting to get around the YouTube whatchamacalls, it's you know, little chat thing. You just delete those messages. You just remove those if you're paying attention. But this is a very nice example, and I like to thank you, Foxy, for pointing out and giving me a nice example to point out to. I made one of my other dudes a moderator the other day, and he's still kind of new, and I'm like, sometimes I feel like it's nice to let your moderators know, it's like, yo, this is right here is not what I do not want, and if you happen to be here to remove them. And I would like to thank you very much for getting rid of those messages. Well, they're new, and it's not like I have like 20,000 people watching all the time. It's not like I got like 1K subscribers. And it's not like the chat is like that much. Like, all right, so if you're a police officer in this hypothetical situation, and there's one road going through a desert, and no one goes through that desert, there's nothing for you to really do. And then if there's someone going past you at like 110 through this desert, it's like, sometimes it's okay because it's like, yo, they're just going like 10 over. And sometimes there's some dude that just blow past you and they're going like I said, 110, and then you do have to do the thing. But then again, it's like you spend so much time just idling in this desert, one road behind this one sign in this one speed trap, that you kind of don't always pay attention. But yeah, I'm okay with like you guys like putting like some swear words. I only have a problem with swear words when it's like you're trying to actively like trick YouTube and you're putting like numbers in there, or like trying to do it in a different language, or like other junk. But I'm like, if it's important to the joke and it's like a grammatical joke and it does use a swear word, you can put it in there. But if it's like excessive and you're trying to list all the swear words you can think of, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna time you out. But it's their job to always be ready for anything. See, Freaky Foxy, I'm also sorry for the late response, but am I the desert in that analogy? No, I'm the desert, as in YouTube does not give me enough algorithm love, but it's also my fault for not being better, which I'm still improving. Don't worry, it's gonna get better from here. End of 2025, these streams will not even seem like the same streams. Just like at the beginning of 2024, I'm like, these streams have made so many strides and improved so much. Like, I went back and saw some of my older streams, and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I was tempted to delete them, but I'm like, no. I'm like, I want people to be able to go back. Like, if I ever do get to 1 million, to go back and be like, wow, he started and he sucked. Major balls at the beginning. Which I did. But anyways, it's not like I pay my moderators. They're just guys that like to watch, and I appreciate them. And they also like the blue name. It makes them feel good. But they don't get paid. And you know, if I ever get to that point and I don't get paid for doing these streams, these are just fun things that I do to just be creative and just express myself and just like enjoy it, and hopefully I do it and I get to spread some joy with my joy, and they in their day spread more joy. I feel like I did a bad job explaining it. Let me try this again. I stream because I want somebody to have a crappy day. I don't want you to have a crappy day, but I want someone to be like, wow, This sucks. And you come home from work and you're like, look, no one's doing this wacky thing. Let me just turn it on while I eat my, like, McDonald's Big Mac. And they come in for 8 minutes and they watch me while they eat that Big Mac. And then they're like, thank you for the stream. It was enjoyable. Or they tell me how bad I am at Dark Souls. Or they tell me I should probably go take a shower because I probably stink. And then they get a little chuckle and then they get to move on with their life. And they're like, that was kind of enjoyable. That's why I do it, and I want to get to that point, and also I enjoy doing it too. Now, if YouTube gives me a nickel per stream, oh man, that's gonna be huge.
Let's go.
But anyways, yeah, it's not like people are getting paid. But, I feel like most streams that I do, it's just like, not most streams, but I feel like everybody in every chat, like anywhere, or like any online, oh, the elevator stopped. I don't say that's somebody else's problem, but I'm just like readjusting something real quick. Am I gonna die? No, I'm not. All right, there we go.
We have to win this.
Oh, I still died. Alright, I know I was just like readjusting some settings. But like this guy is legit AFKing in this mission and I think he should uninstall this game. And I hope he stubs every toe going up a flight of stairs. I know when there's events in games and they're grindy and they suck and then you're tempted to AFK them. But don't be this guy right here. No one likes you. Got little moments of AFK where I'm like, you're like, yo, I got a bathroom. That's okay. This guy hasn't moved at all. Playing chapter 3 of Celeste for the first time in a year. Wish me luck. You're gonna get rolled. Is chapter 3 the hotel or is it after the hotel? Because if it's hotel or after the hotel, you're getting rolled. Is this a moat? That's a moat. Right there. That's what I want every Warframe player to know. You can do this in this event. You can grab a moat and then just chuck it down onto the elevator for later use. Like that. Super easy.
Trigger too many of those, and you
Whoops.
will have to fight a sister of Parvo. So trigger them.
Oh, wait. So those beacons actually trigger a thing to spawn when I get them? Okay, that's actually really cool. It's the hotel. You're getting rolled. Maybe you're cracked and you're like cracked at platformers. I don't know. But the hotel is when the game got hard for me. And there was like some moments where I was gonna definitely start getting rolled.
You are an old man.
No one loves you / no one from nowhere / 2025.
A very long time. Please.
I feel like it's very important to convey, you know, those feelings to like the viewer base sometimes, because it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, I'm like, there's some streamers where I'm like, I don't feel like they're thankful enough. Because there's some streamers where I'm like, I feel like they suck. Like, really bad. But they're famous because they're famous. Like the Kardashians. Like, they didn't do much. They just got really lucky and they got blessed by the entertainment gods. And people just found them entertainment for some reason. Whether they're pieces of crap or people just like something about them that I just can't seem to, like, quantify. Like some type of like secret charisma stat that I don't know exists, but they have it like maxed out. But I feel like it's still very important to, it's like, yo, you have a family member and you're not very like hard spoken. You should just say that you love them. If you do. Because you tell your pets, like, every day that you're like, yo, I love you, my good boy dog, or, like, cat, or whatever. But I'm like, when it comes to people, like, yo, you got a best friend that's, like, always there for you, and you're like, you don't occasionally say how much you appreciate him and all the things he do for you. I feel like it's a little messed up. And I feel the same way with, you know, when I'm streaming, and then I have the viewers like Godzilla that show up, like, almost every day. Or like you other dudes too. He was just like the first name I saw, so I'm using him as an example. I hope you don't mind. Well, he shows up no matter what game I'm playing. He's just here to listen to me yap and just be here when I absolutely have a Freudian slip. Start crying when Dark Souls starts absolutely caving in my skull, or I have a mental breakdown, and it's very entertaining. He's here for that, and I appreciate him for being here for that. And I want to do the best I can. And I feel like this is a lot of this stream right now. It's just been me just being like, yo, I just want to improve a lot this year. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. And I can't emphasize how great it's going to be. And when I say it, I mean it. Like I say, like, I stream every day, and I do stream every day. Unlike these other content creators that are like, don't worry, guys, the update's coming tomorrow. And then it doesn't come, and it's just like, what happened? And then it's just like radio silence for 2 months, and they're like, and here it is. And it's like, you didn't say anything. It was supposed to be 2 months ago, and then you didn't say anything about that. And it's like, well, it's here now. Like, yeah, but I'm like, it's so messed up.
I have a command post on Garuda Relay. Read the bulletin notes there.
A little appreciation and a little bit of clarity goes a long way in every aspect in life, I think. That's true too. There's always some stuff that's always nice to watch before bed. Give me one moment. I gotta open up my window because this room is getting so freaking hot. It'll be a second. All right, I'm back. Window opened ajar, just a little jar. You ever find that weird? That's a really weird expression. I opened it ajar. All right. All right, so what was I doing? Oh, yes. I was going to check how many motes I'm at. Inventory, here we go. It's faster doing this way than going to the relay and doing the whole, like, running there, 3 loading screens, there and back. Aha! Oh, it's a spy. I want to do the spy. I'll do the spy because it's 10 motes. Actually, no, I'm not doing the spy. It's a spy mission. I thought it was a rescue in my brain. Spy missions suck. And there's always somebody that always sells every time. Sometimes it's me, I'm not gonna lie. I sold the other day when I got back into Warframe, but I was like, I haven't played in a long time. But there's always somebody that sells super hard in the spy missions. And endless lapping too, also while I'm sleeping. Surprisingly calming, it makes for good sleep. Yeah. You know, it's a game I want to play too at some point, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, I just haven't gotten to it yet. Is Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy, I feel like would be such a crazy fun game to play on stream. You know, when I got more people, you know, I want to get to that point to where I can have like consistently like double digits, like 10 people. Like that would be an absolute dream to me. And they're all active. Like, it's just a very high quality of people that are just, like, chatting and just having a nice time. And I'm having a nice time, and then playing a game where they're like giving their input constantly. And they're, like, trying to, like, backseat game And they're like, bro, no, that's not what you do. And it's like, no, go through the secret door. No, what are you doing? Why'd you put that in that skill point? No, go left. And it's just like the stream delay. And it's just like, you ever see those chaotic videos to where it's like a bunch of dudes just screaming at each other? That would be a really fun, not like scenario, but like, I like that. I played it, I finished it, it was really fun. It does take a pretty long time though. Yeah, that's one of those things though, where I'm like, it's such a long game, and it's not so much as in, man, if you're good at Hogwarts Legacy, you can blow through it like Dark Souls. No. Once you get into Hogwarts Legacy, you're not in it till you completed it, or you're gonna drop it. I dropped it only because my computer was old and it couldn't handle it. But that was like my old computer. So I now got my new computer, so now I can run it, and I just like, I dropped it because I was like mid-computer transition.
The capsule is ready. Onward and then upward.
God, I'm scared to see what type of graphics card I had on my old computer. It was probably horrendous.
Starting elevator ascension.
Somebody I know finally got a new computer, and I was going through his parts, and I was like, all right, what's your graphics card? And we've been consistently playing for a while, and he's like, you know what, I think it's time to upgrade. And he was like, I have a 1080 in my computer. I'm like, you have a 1080 as your graphics card? And he's like, yeah. And he was like, I remember it being really good. And I'm like, that 1080 graphics card must have been struggling for years. Like, absolutely just like, you know when there's like the Toyota truck in Top Gear and they're like dropping wrecking balls on it, like submerging it in salt water, and then like ripping out parts of the truck to see if it could stop it from starting up and running, and they just couldn't do it? I'm like, that was bro's computer. It was not stopping. Maybe some performance issues, but like beyond that, it trucked along just fine. Oh my gosh, beating Hogwarts Legacy on the hardest difficulty doesn't sound like a thing that's like meant for some just fun little Harry Potter fantasy game. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like Hogwarts Legacy is for all those like kids who grew up on Harry Potter and reading the books, and then they're like, man, I get to actually live out my little like fanfic wet dream of going to Hogwarts, because obviously Hogwarts doesn't exist. And then they get to live out their little like OC wet dream, but there's no Harry Potter, which is nice. I mean, like, I love that too. You know what I like too in Hogwarts Legacy? They have like at the beginning of the game the little like, where the frick did that go? Oh, it's right there. All right. They have the little like sorting hat, and they're like, what house are you? Are you a green snake, a red griffin, a yellow paw? I know what, no, Hufflepuff, but I don't know what their animal is. And it's like, are you a blue raven? Oh, it's a badger. That's what it is. A yellow badger. Took me a minute to remember, but I remembered. And then it's like, you go to the personality test, and if you get an answer you don't like, it's like, would you like to tell the sorting hat what you want and tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about? And it's just like, yup, you can do that. And then you can just be like, you know what, screw the personality quiz, I want to go here. Which is also nice, and it also stops players from just looking up the right answers. But I'm like, there's a part of me to where I'm like, and the story does change depending on which house you're in. Like, some houses have more plot points and more missions because you're in that house and different characters. But, I just feel like more people should respect the sorting hat. He has a hard job, all right? He's literally, I was going to say molding young minds, but he's not an educator. He's a magical item, all right? And I feel like he should know what he's talking about because he's literally magic. I mean, like, everyone's magic, but I mean, like, his whole existence is magic. Like, without magic, he's just a hat. Hufflepuff equals disappointment. I like how everyone's like, yo, you're a Slytherin? Bad guy. And it's like, I looked into it too a little bit because I was curious. And I'm like, has there been a Slytherin that's like not evil? And it's like, yeah. King Arthur Merlin? Yeah, he was the green snake dude. He was in Slytherin. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of cool. Merlin himself was a Slytherin. And not all the Slytherin were bad guys because all the movies and books are like, wow, Slytherin? Guy. Because Slytherins are cunning and ambitious, you know, but yet again, there's like always the positive stuff that sounds like the Zodiac. So it's all extremely vague. I love people who are like star signs, zodiacs. Like, I can tell what kind of person you are depending on your star sign. I'm like, no, you can't. I'm like, these things are so vague. I could say you met a guy today and he was probably above maybe 6 feet tall and he maybe had blue eyes. You know, it's one of those things where you say a bunch of really suggestive but vague comments and then there's like a little, I was gonna say like logic tree you can go down and make assumptions and just kind of Sherlock Holmes your way through it through context clues. I was Slytherin. See, everyone got Slytherin. I think I also got Slytherin when I played the game, but I was like, someone's like, yo, if you want to extend the gameplay by 10+ hours, pick Gryffindor. And I'm like, yo, I'll just pick Gryffindor for the 10+ hours of gameplay and like side quests, in which I did. Give me one moment. I hear somebody calling for me. What?
The Rumble Relay awaits. There, Jade's volatile motes can be committed to the sun.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
All right, never mind. I had to get up to investigate that because I was like, someone's calling me, and I'm like, no. And when they know I'm streaming, they're like, we'll ask him later. We'll ask no one later about whatever that thing is. Just something on my phone. All right, there we go. All right, so I got another 8 motes. Thief Squad. I really do want to max out Arcane Energize so bad. Like, I can't emphasize in this game how important Arcanes are in the later games. They're just quality of life stuff. Yeah, this is a grind. But it'll never not be a grind, and that's okay. Because the grind's way worse trying to get these arcanes. Because they're like the most versatile and like game-breaking arcanes in the game. Not game-breaking, but like they make the game run better every time without fail. Your builds will just work. Belly of the Beast, yes. It's always nice when you make it through Celeste and you don't get rolled. It's a nice feeling. What is this guy's icon? It looks like a bucket with an Omega symbol and then a microphone in it.
All that is left of her is the motes in this cave. Orders could have
I find the moat collector.
Help Orders stop Parthos Granum.
I almost forgot. I have to make Jade the Warframe. My part should be done because I started making her yesterday, and around this time, I think she should be done. Can I see these guys? No, I can't.
Story on Alley Wold. Children sat on guard to listen. A legacy wasted.
Alright, let's activate damage mitigation.
This puny operation and retrieve the volatile votes for the Eximus project.
The man you refer to is dead. But Orders
Oh,
is sure
it's
he
a
will
random
also
stalker friend.
told you.
You know what's cool about this event is that you get to play as the stalker, and the stalker is like an NPC that just, like the name suggests, he stalks you, and then he'll jump you, and then he'll kill you, and then he's like, vengeance has been executed upon you. And then you just get to go on with your life.
Orders has preemptively supplied you with unique air support.
But it's cool because you get to play him in like when this game updated for this like little story beat of the game.
Fantastic.
And it's just really cool just to play through the quests, get to play him, and then continue to play him in this event.
Willfully triggering those sister beacons. Orders. Fierce's operator is looking for trouble. What? The elevator's power lines have been severed? You'll have to supply power manually. Find
Can I-
scattered about. You do not want to take the stairs.
See the sister beacons? Yes, I can. No, I can't. I saw these stupid chests. Oh no, they already found them all. Swap back to the frame. Toss that on. Toss that on.
Auxiliary elevator inbound.
Jump up.
Corpus.
Shock. Grab. Shock. Let's get some extra speed. Yes! Ascend to the heavens! I want to punch God in the face! Cola or Pepsi? I like, Coke better than Pepsi. That's my preference. Sometimes I like a Pepsi, you know? A Pepsi's nice occasionally, but I'm like, if I had to pick between A or B, one to get wiped from existence, I like Coke better. And then also if you start getting into like Coke Cherry too, like Coke Cherries are nice along with Coke Vanilla. I haven't seen a Coke Vanilla in forever though. I remember my dad used to drink like a bunch of Coke Vanillas. And I just never seen them like in a long time. And I'm not sure if they even make them anymore now that I'm thinking about it.
Now, while your losses are minimal.
This will not do. You are causing me considerable inconvenience. Which of your many presets has gone awry? Would you like me to?
No more super motes.
Some time in the photonic bath would do your venerable systems good.
We are ascending so fast. I'm gonna top off just because the speed boost may or may not be wearing off for the elevator. Nothing here. I feel like I'm gonna get to the point where I'm just gonna know where the elevator moats exist. Anyways, okay, Coke Lemon is so underrated. It's so refreshing and flavorful. I don't like lemon flavorings because they're like crazy acidic and they always just mess up my gut. Like I never have like a lemon candy, a lemon in general, like lemon pastries, lemon anything. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, they're just too, the citrus messes with my system. It just makes me feel sick. But I would believe it. A lemon Coke, I can like taste that on like the tip of my tongue, and that low-key sounds amazing. Now I kind of want to try it. Like maybe a sip, maybe not like a whole can, but I would definitely would like to partake in a little taste of that.
Your last chance to avert failure, troops. Grasp it.
Firmly grasp it. God, I miss early SpongeBob jokes. I mean, like, current SpongeBob's nice and all, but like early SpongeBob, it had certain jokes that just, I don't know, they just hit different. Not that the new jokes are good or bad, or like the old jokes are better. They were just different. Like, go for like season like 1 to 3 of SpongeBob, find one of them making a joke there, and then one of the jokes in the newer episodes, and it's like completely different. Like there's like everyone knows this one, Plankton roasting a whole family tree versus, you know, SpongeBob teaching Patrick how to open a jar of pickles, or Patrick holding a tiny Squidward and SpongeBob has to stop him from punching him in the face because he thinks he's an action figure. Let me see if I can find it because I actually really like that clip. I found it. All right. Slide on over. Yeah.
And there comes a giant fish!
That right there. I quote that so often when I'm playing. Like, when I was playing Marvel Rivals the other day, I was playing Mr. Fantastic, and I was just, like, literally about to execute someone, and I just screamed, and here comes a giant fist! Whoops. Almost, accidentally clicked end stream there.
Tenno,
But God,
there's a
yeah.
time
Early
limitation
SpongeBob
available.
just built
Check
different.
navigation.
God. All right. How many modes am I at? I feel like I'm starting to like get to the point to where it's like, you know, when you're like waiting for the clock to run out, and so you just keep checking the time, and you're like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? It's like, no, it's just you. That was like 30 seconds ago. Of course you're not there yet, and it's like, well, when are we gonna get there? It's like we get there when we get there. All right, so I have enough to go to the relay and upgrade Arcane Energize, which is so monumentally huge. I can't emphasize how big getting these arcanes up are. Like, if this event was not happening, and if I wasn't, like, so stressed out for time for this event to get it done, for all these arcanes, because they take forever to get up, I wouldn't bother. Straight up, because I wouldn't need to. If they were, like, easier to grind, but they're not. They're, like, you found a unicorn in Warframe, and you got 1 Arcane Energize. Only event that I know that's easily accessible, and then you can just farm out the mythical unicorn drops.
This Ordnance Karis fellow. Otis feels like he too would have stood up for Jane.
I need another Arcane Grace to upgrade Arcane Grace to rank 1.
Operator?
Yes, leave relay. Imagine someone joining the stream and they just see that. You know what? Those are the best moments. There's so many, like, you know when you see shorts on YouTube Shorts or like TikTok and they're like, it's like obviously it's a streamer, but it's like the best moment of that stream. That right there could have been it. All right, Arcane Energize. It takes 5 to upgrade, and I got 5. Now I only need another 6. Oh my god. All right. I am. Wait, I want to see something real quick. So I got Arcane Bodyguard. No. Oh, what does this do? When gaining 3,000 or more overguard threshold, release a radial. No, no one wanted that. Who wanted that? On headshots, gain plus 50% damage on your next shot. Oh, but it's for bows. Very important distinction. All right, so let's just go back and back to the event. Is there maybe an alert to get 10 easy modes? No. Belly of the Beast. I want to click on that one. I want to make sure I click on that one. I don't want to click on the other one. Clicking on the other one would be a mistake.
The beast of bones. Funny. They make ballads of you shadow figures. Told your story.
This is one of those events too, where I'm like, if you were nice and you did all the Steel Path stuff and you worked up your way through Steel Path, like a good little gamer and did all your gamer homework, you would be getting double rewards, double the motes for doing this mission in Steel Path.
The man you refer to is dead, but Ordis is sure he would also have told you tag, 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 far out of our way. Operator, Ordis has received what amounts to an offer of help from an unexpected source.
Gosh, I just keep looking over. I'm just like, imagine somebody joining and they're just seeing the random SpongeBob clip, and I love that
capsule
so
is
much.
full of motes. Now we can escort it out the elevator.
I do occasionally would like to, like, throughout my streams have better soundboards. Like, before I did this stream today, I was just like going through like possible sounds to put on my soundboard. You know, stuff that isn't just like over the top ear rape.
Trigger too many of those, and you will have
Or like
to
crazy bass boosted like crap. It's just like normal funny little bits. And I don't want like the laughter or like the applause. I want like funny little random crap that you would never expect anyone to have. Stuff that make you question, why would you do that?
Come on.
I wonder if I can beat Celeste before the stream ends. You can definitely, because this is gonna take me forever. And you've definitely played through Celeste multiple times, it feels like. And playing through a platformer is always easier to do second time, third time. It just, I don't say it gets on easy mode, but every time I play through Mario Sunshine, that game gets easier and easier. To the point where I'm like, I'll be sweating because of how much PTSD that game gave me. But it's one of those things where I did it like second try. So it's not even that big of a deal.
Attack us and we will counter.
Any boosted modes? No. Never finding that boost in moats. A Navi sound? Oh, that's a good one. There's also some sounds I can't use because I'm like, yo, copyright, but Okay, I want to see if I can find the right button real quick. There's one sound. Actually, no, I'm not going to hit that button because that button's just like too loud. It's entirely too loud.
Attack us and we will counter.
Why even bother talking, operator? You should just keep your mouth shut. Low key is be best. I'm on chapter 5. I don't remember the intended route. I always do just skip it, but I forgot. It's okay, it'll come back to you. A lot of times when you're playing a game, that's how human memory works, to where it's kind of like a logic tree type thing, to where no, wait. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how human memory is hardwired into your brain so you can hack the system if you want. So human memory, the more wild, disgusting, or impactful something takes on you, the better you remember that thing. So that funny joke you heard 10 years ago versus trying to remember what you said last week is a lot easier to do because that funny joke made way more of an impact than your casual day last week. And if you imagine your memory like kind of like a field, and it's a field you have to walk through every day. And so it's like, wow, I gotta get from point A to point B. That's how your neurons work in your brain. And each time you travel along that certain path of neurons, like you're like, oh, 2 + 2 is 4. It makes the new path in your brain to say 2 + 2 is 4. And then, at first it's kind of hard because you're walking through a field full of grass. But the more you say 2 + 2 = 4, that it gets kind of, the grass kind of gets beaten down. And then you say it some more, and then there's a nice little dirt path. And then it gets beaten down more, and then there's like nothing there because you walk that path like every day, and it's just like one of those things that's just part of your memory and knowledge. And that's how neural pathways work in your brain. The more you think of something, the more you travel that neural pathway in your brain, the way it's hardwired, the more you remember, the more easier it is to recall, the more you do. That's why everyone's like, yo, muscle memory and practice. Muscle memory is just your body remembering and your brain remembering those inputs because you traveled that neural pathway so many times in your brain that it's so beaten into your like system that it is referred to as like muscle memory, or just like it's just like something you just know. If that makes sense. I'm not the best at explaining everything, especially when it comes to like technical stuff like that, but another fun thing about how the human brain is wired, our spatial memory, which is like how your brain remembers like the road over there and that road over there and like all the rooms in your house, is the most developed in the human brain. Like if you're trying to remember like an image, like photographic memory, people don't have that. What everyone does have, though, is spatial memory. And people who professionally memorize stuff, there are competitions where people will try and memorize everything they can, and it'll be like a really long sentence, or like a book, or like a bunch of string of letters and numbers. People make mental images of a house, and they assign rooms to those numbers, things, or stuff. Like, let's say you want to remember, like, I don't know, this one math equation, like, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You're like, all right, I'm going to remember a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Excellent work, Tenno.
And I'm going to remember that by, in my little mental house, I'm going to put that in, like, my bedroom. And that little equation is going to be my bed. And so my bed is now a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then it's like, all right, and it's like, history, science, some other weird fun fact. And it's like, how do you remember that besides just learning it? And it's like, that's a memorization trick to where you can lock it into your brain without really like, I don't want to say like really learning it, but you can lock it in as just like raw information. Before it's like ingrained into your brain as raw information, if that makes sense. So you can kind of like trick your brain into like putting that in the file of like spatial memory. All right, let me upgrade this now, because now I should be able to upgrade this because I got that space now. All right, let's max you out. All right, so plus 90% status damage. Oh my god, wait a second. That's status damage, not status chance. Kind of nuts, actually. Plus 90% status damage. Do I have enough endo for that? No, I don't. For the last level galvanized. But I can get this up. Because that needs to be up higher. Yo, why are people too proud to use assist mode? Had a friend who hated Celeste because it was hard, and I told him about it, but he said, that's cheating. Why do people... Wait, there's an emote to where you can just assist? Yo, why wouldn't you want that? Like, honestly, I feel like if there's a game and it's like Celeste and it's kind of like... If Undertale had an easy mode to where you could just go through, just talk to the characters and skip a lot of the fights and just kind of like... not have it be so combat heavy. Some people would like that because some people just like story-based games. That's why Tall Tale games exist. But, that's silly. That truly is. You can add dashes and some other stuff even to be invincible if you wanted to. Yeah, because Celeste is like, it's an indie game, but it's got like a nice little story to it. So if you want to like just see the end of the game and just kind of like enjoy your experience versus like trying to like stress out the entire time like I was. Oh my god, I'm a little blown away right now, I'm gonna be honest. Man, I have nice little selection of prime mods that I've never upgraded on my pistol before. Oh. Alright, so I've upgraded my gun. My big old infested gun. Do I change it from the blue? No, I like the blue. It off-puts all the black, because a lot of people who fashion frame in Warframe, they just go like black and then another color, which is fine. But I'm like, I feel like you get more pop and more depth out of your frames and stuff when you color stuff with other colors. Like, a fun thing about colors is that if you were to tell me what is the colors of a bruise, if you were to color in like somebody having a bruise on their arm in your painting, what colors would you use for that? And it's like, everyone would be like, well, it's black and blue because every bruise is black and blue. And it's like, yes, that's true. But also, the two colors you didn't know you needed for a bruise is yellow and red. So, because when you bruise, a little science too for you, a bruise is basically when you bleed underneath your skin and it doesn't like, the blood doesn't get out. It's just like a little pop vein. It bleeds, it clots, and then the blood sits there and it turns black and it bruises.
cowardice will not
But
stand
the other
by
thing
your
that gets
eyeball
leaked out
pocket.
too is platelets, and platelets are yellow, and they also make your skin a bit yellow around that bruising site. So your skin will yellow a little bit. It's a very faint tint. You'd have to like really have like a trained eye to see it, but you'd see it. And there's also like a little bit of red depending on like how severe the bruise is. And there's also some other colors that I don't know off the top of my head for that very specific situation to tint that bruise. I only know that because I've watched a bunch of videos on how to do special effects because I wanted to learn special effects. And then I learned special effects, and then I did special effects. Not as a job, but just like as a hobby. With all the makeup and like, you know, the monster masks and everything you can imagine. And it was really fun. I didn't really take it anywhere. I was just one of those things where I'm like, I just kind of wanted to learn it, execute it a little bit. It's fun around Halloween time. I do it for one or two of my friends, and they look like abominations from Saw or like murder victims. And it's great, and it's not just them doused in a bunch of blood. It'll be like stuff, props attached to them, and it looks like it's actually like in them. It isn't like some like, you know, when you see that little band, it's like, oh, they got an arrow going through their head. Isn't that funny? And it's like, no, I'm like, no, I attach that physically to their body. In a non-harmful way without using super glue. Like some idiots probably done in the past. But I just love playing Fashion in Elden Ring. I just don't care if the bosses one-shot me. I just want to look cool. There's a certain point when you want to look cool. And Fashion Frame, that's another word for Warframe, that a lot of people use, where it's like, yo, when there's nothing left to do, what do you do? And it's like, you Fashion Frame. Like, the Warframe I'm playing right now, this isn't its original look, its original colors, its original attachments. It looks completely different. Two players playing the same frame will almost never, ever, ever look exactly the same. Ever. Alright, I want to jump up here. No, you stupid thing. Launch me straight up. But, endgame of any game is just Fashion. Two out of three. I think I saw it up here. Where's that last seeker? Yes, there it is. Sister Beacon! Yo, I put a bunch of moats on that freaking elevator. It should not have stalled out. Yeah, they're still coming up. Let's get this back up. We should have plenty of moats left to just keep this elevator moving. Oh my god, I just mag dumped on those two guys. Didn't stand a chance. There was just a part of my brain that's like, you know what? I want to mag dump all the AoE on their heads.
Expensive. Has your desire outmatched your will?
Alright, come on. Go faster. 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 You know, there's some stuff, like, objectives you can actually hit with your buffing effects. So, there's some stuff in Warframe you have to defend, and some Warframes can, like, recharge health and shields, and those effects, like, health regeneration and armor increase and shield regeneration can actually affect, like, defense targets and escort targets. My favorite in escort targets, because you can actually hit escort targets with speed buffing effects. So if there's that NPC that walks at like 1 mile per hour, and then you can give them like 7 lines of cocaine and like a whole syringe of adrenaline, and you could send them across the world insanely fast. Wait, what is the... Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. I wanted to stamp. Did I just... Oh, I got launched into the ceiling. Again. Wait, again? Oh yeah, I've been hitting my head on stuff. I'm like, have I been hitting my head on stuff? Come on, just get up there. Last leg. Yeah, you weren't that strong because you just got absolutely lit up the moment you popped out. I like when the NPCs are like, oh, you're dead now, and then you just one-shot them straight to the head. It's over. Like, OG Warframe, when it came out, they didn't have any health gates on any of the bosses, so it was people just making one-shot builds, sprinting to the boss, and then just leaving.
Naruto Relay awaits. There, Jade's volatile motes can be committed to the sun.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
More nav coordinates, of course. There's never not enough of those. Never not enough. Those are words. Those are words. Never not enough. Never not enough. Never not enough. I don't know why I had fun saying that, but I did. Oh, I'm at the relay. Well, hopefully I have enough to get what I want. I don't think I do. I think I have like 16 if I had to guess.
Ordis knows the stories of Odin.
No, I only have 20. 20's better than 16.
What Orokin did to Jade
That's a fact.
is not dissimilar to what they did to him. Both were used and then discarded.
I'm trying to put some socks on because my feet are cold. One sock. 2 socks. Socks equipped. All right. Where do I want to... I just realized I bought everything here. First run through, and I was like, why did I do that? Oh no, that's 1 per customer, not buy.
All right, operator.
All right, let's see what I can buy with these volatile modes. No, wait.
Perhaps the operator needs to take another Parvos Granum
Wait, no, this
over
is
the
other
hands
stuff I
of
can get with
Jade
volatile
Using
mode. What else can I get?
If he gets his hands on enough of Jade's
Arcane
volatile
deflection.
motes, he can perfect
Yeah, and they're
them.
way cheaper too. Look at all these arcanes I can
Jade
get.
Eximus, he would be unstoppable. Ordis knows the operator would not let that happen.
What was that arcane I saw them have the other day? Resistance, healing, deflection, arcane guardian. On damage, 15% chance for armor, for plus armor for 20 seconds. Oh dang, that is a lot of extra armor for 15 seconds. Is there a cooldown on that actually? Arcane healing. 17% chance to resist irradiation. Warmth, nullifier. 17% chance to resist magnetic. On headshot, parkour velocity up. Healing, Awaken, Precision. Aegis, on shield damage, 3% chance for +5 shield recharge for 12 seconds. Kinda nice, not the best. On headshots, 15% chance for 30% of the damage to primary weapons. Wait, 50% chance for +30 damage for... Oh, yeah, alright, never mind. Yeah, I might actually want that for, like, a big critical headshot build. That could actually go nuts. Arcane Aegis. Not much here for me, but I like this event in that they have mountains upon mountains and mountains of arcanes.
Choices. Otis does not envy the operator.
Alright.
The
I wish to
volatile
use
ones are
these, though,
in
because I have
supply.
400 of
If
them.
the Tenno can snatch them all up, Parvos and his Jade Exodus project will be halted in its tracks.
Okay, secondary surge, no. Melee afflictions. Secondary fortification. Gain 1 overguard, no. On enemies affected by a status effect, gain 1 additional stack when you're knocked down or flung by a melee attack. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing really here that I want.
Bye.
I own everything that I want from this event, besides the arcanes. Alright, give me a second. I gotta claim something out of my foundry, too. Sometimes I gotta, like, do some maintenance. You know, you gotta go through and take some stock of what you got. Alright. Jade. Craft some more jade parts now. I need 1 for using and 1 for... no, 1 for keeping and 1 for using. Claim that. Running out of Forma rapidly. Claim the field drawn. Make another field drawn. Ready to build. I gotta go down to J's for Jade. Jade! Here we go.
New alert marked on navigation, Tenno.
Alright, and that should take... Yep, the standard Warframe time of 3 days. Take the mutagen mass. Claim the mutagen mass. Take that. And anything else I need to build while I'm here?
Foundry items ready to claim, Operator. Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
Yes, Ortis. I know. I need to get out there and do some stuff and kill some more people and, I don't know, cause an uprising. I feel like causing an uprising would be pretty fun. Usurp a few kings. The Eversong. What a cool name for a weapon that I don't think I'll ever use. I have a Gara. I mean, like, I think I do, but I think I need more materials to actually make Gara. I need more materials to make Garuda. I only have Garuda helmet, and then I only got blueprint. That reminds me, I also have to put something in the helmet system now, too. So I can get... Do I want to put my old Ember in there, or do I want to put Rhino? I'm going to put Rhino in there. His roar ability is just nice. Throw in. Just two more chapters. What's up, Sue? Need more oxide and you need more pheromones. Throw in gallium too. Oxide, pheromones. I'll throw in the nanospores, and then what's this last one? Morphix. I have coordinates. Ooh, thermal sludge. This one seems like a good one to throw in. Why not? Ooh, what did I get this time? Alright, so I made it to rank 8. So, at rank 8, I get Sentient Appetite. Feed sentient resources to the helmet to increase its appetite for one resource that is no longer it craves. I like to starve Seymour, so he's always hungry. Confirm. I literally made this rhino just to be fed to the system too. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm doing, so the Hellman system is a way to help older Warframes still be relevant. So, you know how there's power creep in every video game? The people at Warframe decided to take a new approach in letting the players have a little bit of this power. So basically every Warframe has an ability that can go into the Hellman system. And you get that into the Hellman system by letting it eat the original version of that frame. So it can't be a prime version or some variant. It has to be the vanilla version of that frame. You feed it to the Hellman system, and it takes the preset ability that's in there, and then it gets stored in there, and you can obviously like reuse it, and you can transplant that ability into another Warframe. So let's say there's a Warframe that was made in like 2018, but its like second ability is like completely useless. You can use the Hellman system to replace that useless ability with something with either more utility or like a damaging ability, or like you have this really wonky build that you want to try and you got a mod to make it happen. Or you want to make something that's like a little squishy, a little tankier, and it's got a worthless ability that you're never going to touch. So you can use the Hellman system to adjust that. Like, I used the Hellman system to change Ember's first ability, so she can now spread radiation, because there's some enemies that, you know, they don't do so well. They do actually very well against fire, and all she throws out is fire. Did you really name yourself Zuko's Honor? What did that person do to their dog? Oh my god, he is huge. In purple. Not a cat.
Help Otis stop Parthos
But if a Minecraft world is infinite, how does the sun go up and around? The same way the moon goes up and around. It's obviously so far away that it just still goes up and around. So, what's it called? Let me put this in more and better words. So, you know how the universe is constantly expanding because it's technically just an explosion that's still exploding? That's what's happening. As the Minecraft world extends, the sun is also extending out with it. So if you're moving at 90 miles per hour and you're chasing something that's going at 90 miles per hour, you're never going to get any closer to it. If there's no force that's going to stop you or accelerate the sun or stop the sun from moving, you're never going to be able to reach it. Just like catching a rainbow, it looks the same distance no matter how far you run up to it. It'll still be that far away. Well, the rainbow one's an illusion. The other one's more science.
Have fun. Otis fears they have cut power to the elevator. Find ionic charges nearby, or else we will be going.
I believe I need to go to the bathroom, like, very, very badly. So I shall...
Triggering one sister beacon may be overlooked, but tripping all three of them will undoubtedly...
I'm trying to find a spot to where I won't get murdered. Is there a spot where I can... I'm gonna put that right there. Bathroom break, BRB. Let's say 6 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna drag these guys down. I'm just gonna abort, go back to the landing craft, because when you gotta go to the bathroom, you gotta go bad. So I'm gonna go back to the landing craft, take the L for that, and be right back shortly.
Otis went mad for 3 milliseconds when he realized that each time he cleans something, he makes something else dirty. Ah! There I go again.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Wait. Yes. All right. I'm there. I'm audible. All right. You know, sometimes when bathroom breaks happen, they happen, and it's just kind of unfortunate sometimes because they run long and you can't plan for bathroom breaks. You just can't. It's impossible to plan for bathroom breaks. How long was that? Like, oh, I can't even tell. It was definitely longer than 6 minutes, though. It's, and I apologize. Did the stream stop? No, it's still ticking. For a second there, I thought it stopped. That's why. Oh, there we go. All right. Phone there. Set this up here. What do we got? We got interception, rescue, spy. Give me the interception. Wait. What's interception again? Oh, frick. I'm doing interception.
This is a rescue mission. We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Wait, this?
Station.
Yeah, these guys are just running around with flamethrowers. Give me a sec. I gotta close my window too. I know there's no one there, but like, I gotta close my window real quick.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of Infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out. We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
There we go. All right, I'm back.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Everything is
I
now
am no
correct
longer
and right in the
detecting signs
world.
of a juggernaut. Move on. You are safe.
I like how she's like, oh, be careful, don't kill anymore, the juggernaut will come for you. And it's like, honestly, if that thing comes, I'm gonna put it 6 feet under immediately. Super duper easy, too. What time is it? It's 5 something. Bro, you saw me jump over to this one, and you're like, I'm gonna go over to that
The
one.
captive will be in one of these cells. Search them.
I knew you would come. Thank you.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
I can't go on. I need a weapon.
Did they really just let the hostage die?
You let the hostage die. This mission is over.
I've never been in a rescue to where I just had my random sold. Because whoever rescues the hostage, they're going to be following. And honest to God, like, I got caught up in that one thing. I have never experienced that tile set before. But, like, my God. I've never had to run through that and just have that happen. where the hostage actually dies and then the hostage goes down and it's like, well, I gotta resurrect them real quick, you know, give them a quick little res. No. No res, no nothing. It was literally just watch them bleed out and die.
For this applause, your extremely risky decision to collect volatile motes despite Father Strider's relentless greed for them. Surely you will dispatch his overwhelming forces and escort her motes out of this cave. There, orders will connect them to the sun. Operator, you will not.
What's your favorite
believe
Pokemon, no one? Gosh, it's like asking me to pick my favorite child, which I don't have any of those. But, God. I like Caesar's. Caesar's pretty good. Most of the ghost types,
Tell me, does any memory of that
God.
valiant man still reside in your...
I'm thinking about Banetta right now. Banetta feels like a really good Pokemon.
Random.
I like Squirtle and Blastoise only because that's fresh in my mind because that meme's been going around and I'm like, man, I'm like, all my Blastoise fans are coming out here because of some memes. I mean, like, I'll take it. But I'm like, I was always that one kid that picked Squirtle because I was like, yo, Cannon Turtle is way better than stupid bootleg Dragon. It's not even a Dragon type. Also, I never get the hype around Charizard. Like, I get he's kind of cool, but I feel like Charizard's overhyped as a Pokemon.
Enjoy.
Like, crazy overhyped. But then again, I feel like I'm just weird, and I think Charizard's overhyped, and he's actually the appropriate amount of hype. Also, I'm super scared because there's people saying the Monster Hunter beta doesn't run well. Like, there's people with like 30, 40 graphics cards, and they're like, showing off their PC specs, and they're like, yo, this thing don't run. And I'm like, it scares me a little bit.
Attack us and we will counter.
Kangaskhan Kong and Tauros. Oh yeah, I remember we were talking about that the other day. About launching Kangaskhan Kongs out of catapults. I mean, Dragapults.
Let's go on the offensive. Let's go.
Wait, did we really just run out of power? Can I? Oh yeah, I did hit that.
Come on.
Did I? Yes, I did hit that. You know what I like? I like Pokemon Unite. Like, I'm not sure if a lot of people play that game or not. I played it a little bit on stream, but like, Pokemon Unite is amazing in the sense of, you get to just play your favorite Pokemon and you get to play as your favorite Pokemon. Like, I want more Pokemon games to where you get to play as your favorite Pokemon and not play, like, catching Pokemon. 'Cause I feel like there'd be so many more interesting games if it's like, yo, you just want to, like, play as a Pokemon. And it's not even like, maybe not even like a PvP game. Maybe it's just like a dungeon crawl and it's like a D&D style. It's like, wow, you have to be like a normal Pokemon, not like legendaries. Maybe some of the mythicals, but like, it'd be like, yo, go through like a little dungeon as like Pikachu, and then you got like a little like Hank's Squirtle, and then you got like Fire Knight like Charmander or something. I don't know, something cute. And then like maybe it's like some evolved stuff. No, some mystery dungeon maybe, but like not like 2D and flat, but like 3-dimensional models and everything. Maybe not like the whole cast of Pokemon, but like a good chunk of Pokemon I feel like could be added to the game.
You will not succeed in
Like,
this
look at a
venture.
game like Smite. It's a MOBA, or like League of
Our roads are
Legends.
uphill.
Not League of Legends is a great example, but Smite is a great example because it's got 3D models. It's got a third-person view like this right here,
Which of your many
and
precepts has gone awry? Would you like me to arrange a real
you could just make some really interesting abilities for the Pokemon, and then you could just have them just do something. I don't know what it is, but it could just be something. And you could even just have little like open world like custom lobbies, and then you could probably get like a huge player base of just people that wants to RP as Pokemon. You know, like the weird people. But then again, unlike those people got money.
To win this.
But anyways, you should do a stream where you just play chess. I would think I would be chaotic and fun against viewers. That's
Let's go.
I feel like there's so many ideas of like stuff to do with viewers. The only problem is it's like getting the viewers is the hard part. A lot of the time. In the sense of I don't really get like a lot of foot traffic. Like I talked about this earlier, definitely, but I get way more foot traffic than I did when I was at like 50 subscribers. But it's still not enough to have like viewer decide streams, or like viewers control this, or viewers do that, or like viewers join, and have that be the main draw of the stream. And it's unfortunate because I would like to do stuff like that, but it's just not yet. Just not yet. Maybe in the future I can do that. Am I almost to the top? Oh, thank God I am.
Let's go on the offensive.
Alright, let's start spamming some abilities. Just not yet. No one from nowhere. Yo, what's up? Speaking in, do you want to play Warframe or do you want to try and do Monster Hunter?
The enemy is on their way to extraction. Does that seem like a satisfactory outcome to you?
Attack us and we will counter.
Like, can run the game or not. And it's like on the store page.
Let's go. Strike. We have to win this.
Just keep firing, just keep firing. I'm just gonna...
You did it. Now, bring the Volatiles to me on Laruda Relay.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
I may just have to call it here because that bathroom break, I don't want to say it killed some momentum, but it definitely killed some momentum. We did two and a half hours of this. And, I just want to start getting Monster Hunter prepped if I can do it. And so I'm going to do that now. So I would like to thank you very much for watching. I stream every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or after 3 p.m. I have a Discord in the description to let you know if I'm sick, dead, power outages, or some reason why I can't stream today. It'll be in my Discord. Oftentimes, I never cancel streams because I didn't get enough volatile motes, which sucks, but that's okay. But, yeah. If you don't have Discord, notification bell is a great way to know when stream starts. And if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. If not,
For so long it is just
I just hope you enjoyed and you come back to enjoy another day, even if you don't feel like liking and subscribing. But it does help out a lot. So I would like to thank you so much for watching. And I would like to see you all again soon, and hopefully later tonight when I'm on